It's not expensive, it's not impressive, and it hasn't aged well. But enough about me, let's take a look at some old LEGO sets which have definitely aged better than I have. Over the past few months, I've bought a bunch of oldish vintage LEGO sets, and it's not typically what I collect, and so I thought it'd be fun to share these sets with all of you before they go into storage for a very long time. I'm gonna go through these from newest to oldest. If you think the other way around might be more fun, go ahead and watch this video in reverse and let me know. Starting with some sets I bought at the garage sale at Brickworld Chicago. Snap. Honestly, this is a dud of a set to start out with. This one's only from 2016, not even 10 years old. It's a little rally car from LEGO City. It's gonna end up in the parts bin. It's incomplete. We'll consider this collateral damage in the battle to buy these old sets. Okay, immediately more fun from LEGO Racers back in 2008. This is the Maverick Sprinter and Hot Aero. Comes with a couple of little, I don't know, off-road cars. They're pullback cars, and the pullback functionality still works in them. It's got instructions, got the box, even has like a little brochure in here with some advertisements. I guarantee all of these sets have quadrupled in value, except maybe Jack Stone. These even had like these crazy, I don't know, MODOK kind of baby squished minifigure race car bodies with a normal minifigure head on top. Those you don't see every day. But hey, not rare, not special. They're special to me. That's kind of gonna be the theme of the day. But LEGO Racers back in the day made like 1,000 of these little race cars, and I want them all. Okay, we're already heading into the 90s, which was my childhood era. We'll call it my Eras tour. Sorry about the high Ticketmaster fees. This one from 1999. I bought it for $12. This one's called the Power Pit Stop. It's from the City Center theme, which is just city and town, and every single race car that was made in that era looks almost exactly like this little one. But this one also comes with a little pit stop to stop that little race car. It's got a working jack. I love that guy. Love the accessories, instructions, box. What more can you ask for? Again, super saturated theme, but oversaturation is okay when the juices with which you are saturated are so delicious. This might be the most expensive set in this Chicago haul. I paid $30 for it, but wait, it's from LEGO Adventures. This one's from 1998. It's the Bi-Wing Baron. Love is love in the sky. And speaking of love, I also love planes in addition to all these little race cars. Also Baron von Baron, he's the villain in this series. He's got a hook for a hand. He's basically the pirate of the desert. And as someone who loved pirates as a kid and loves ancient Egypt as an adult, this set had me hooked from the start. Also, who else did this a lot as a kid? No wonder these things are so much fun. You get real lightheaded real fast. But the adventurers don't stop there. Johnny Thunder's got a little desert vehicle. This one called the Scorpion Tracker. Oops, all scorpions. Honestly, I know Johnny Thunder had a bunch of these little desert exploration vehicles, and again, I want them all. Also, Johnny Thunder's coming back in jungle sets, and this set was $25. It was a popular theme. Also, if you have or had any of these sets, let me know in the comments down below, and if you sold them, let me know how much you regret doing so. There is a set on this table, I promise you. It's just very small. This is the entire instructions for this set. This one is just called Go-Kart. It's from 1997. I paid $3 for it. It was originally $2. That's inflation for you. Also, I know I struggle with brevity to the point of verbosity, but even I couldn't think of 2 sentences to say about this set, and yet this brick set reviewer had a whole bunch to say. The set is less than 20 pieces. It's got 6 steps total. What? This one's called Hovertron from 1998. In space, no one can keep track of how many sub-themes there are. This one's from the Explorians sub-theme. It's a small one. I love this era of Spaceman. Remember those old school mosaic shiny stickers? I do, and now I get a little hit of nostalgia, and that makes this set just about worth $8. Inflation has even hit the nostalgia markets. Know what theme I liked even more than space back in the day? It was LEGO Pirates. This one is called the Skeleton Crew. It's from 1996. I paid $15 for this one because, again, Pirates was a popular theme. This one's from the Imperial Armada sub-theme. This was not my favorite era of Pirates. This is when the main antagonists in the theme were kind of the conquistador-themed fellas with the cool hats. This was, of course, after fighting the Imperials and before the slightly more problematic time when they fought the natives, the islanders, most likely on their own land. That was, of course, before returning to their best-selling enemy, the Imperials. You might be saying, Josh, why are you showing us these sets now? First of all, I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And second, I don't know, I thought it'd be something fun, a little different from what we usually do. We're not chasing the next $400 LEGO set, perpetually releasing in 6 months. Also, these are about to go into storage and it's fun to take them out and play with them for a little bit. And if storage somehow burns to the ground, this video will serve as evidence in the insurance claim. LEGO's been in a drag much longer than the modern zeitgeist. This is the Raven Racer from 1995. I paid $10 $5 for it. I told you I like little cars. This one, kind of a strange design and a drop in the ocean that is these little town city race cars. But that's still an ocean that I'd be happy to dip a toe into now and again. Too many saturation references in this one, right? I think I'm dehydrated. And I mean literally, not like I need more little Lego town sets. Well, the Shark Scout from 1995. I bought this for $8. Did I mention that in addition to little race cars and planes, I also like little submarines? These sets were my zone, my Aqua Zone. I would have been 9 years old at the time this set released. As long as we're journeying through my childhood, I probably would have opened this as a present underneath the Christmas tree at my Aunt Lucille's house. She had a really cool house in Pompano out in the intercoastal. She had a pool, she had a Rottweiler, and I remember I was the age where I would want to show her how good I was at reading. We'd read these Carl books about a Rottweiler babysitter, and real life similarities aside, she was a wonderful lady. And of course, it wasn't until after she passed that I grew old enough to realize how wonderful she really was, and I could see her as a person instead of a pool. What I'm saying, I guess, is love your Lego sets while you have them, because you might not truly appreciate them until they're gone. AKA never sell anything. The Mud Runner, I bought this for $5. It came out in 1991 when I would have been 4 years old. As long as we're tracking my Lego journey, I'm 100% sure I own this set in the past, and I'm pretty sure I bought this one multiple times since then, because every time I see it I go, I know I had this one, and so I want it again. This one's cool, right? It's called the Supernova 2 from Blacktron 2, the better of the two Blacktrons in my biased opinion. Again, another sub-team of space, also from 1991. This one costs $15. You can tell the higher prices are for the more popular themes back in the day. I couldn't find any mention of the Supernova one, but even still, it's such a cool little ship design. Back to little race cars. I could really punch in on this wide shot, couldn't I? This is the Red Devil Racer from 1991 from Lego City, Town, whatever. I think I paid $1 for this, and I think that's about what it's worth. But honestly, for its day, pretty accurate little F1 car. We're now venturing into the era of sets older than I am, and that triggers my fear of mortality a little bit. These sets are older than me, and they'll probably be around for longer than me, and that's kind of humbling, if not terrifying. Is it getting hot in here, or is that just this little Fire Chief's car? I bought this one for $2. It's from 1986. Tell me that's not worth $2, and I will argue with you about it. You guys heard of a little theme called Lego Space? This one's called the Astro Dasher. It's from 1985, almost 40 years old, and still cost me $10. But it's got that vintage little spaceman minifigure. I know they're not rare, but still so cool to hold these little things in your hand and go. Not that I would do, just as an example of something that you couldn't. Hey, as long as we're off planet, let's launch a space probe. This is the Space Probe launcher from 1981. I paid $15 for it. Again, little red spaceman this time. Little classic spaceship with the classic fading tiles on there. That's what you like to see. Just the right amount of grime on there to feel authentic and not think about too much, because then you'll be grossed out. And to wrap up the Chicago portion of this haul from all the way back in 1979, this is a 3-digit set number at 540. It's called Police Units. I paid $8 for this. This is back when the cars were shaped like how you drew cars when you were 7 years old, and the minifigures had stickers on them instead of prints. You kids have no idea how good you have it. Post Chicago, I've been traveling a bit. I went to North Carolina for a while, visited the Bricks and Minifigs in Raleigh, bought this Le Mans car that I've had my eye on for a while. Bought it built for like $100. This is like the one type of set that doesn't appreciate over time. This thing loses half its value the second you drive it out of the box. A couple of 6-wide speed champions. The Mustang, for some reason, is like $40 aftermarket, and that's what I paid for it. The Camaro I bought for like $15 loose, and that's already been featured in a video. I also built a minifigure, got this cool little Mercedes torso, and I got this black Lance piece, which is very, very important for a past and future project. Ooh, how cryptic. Also, we went to this really cool store called McKays. It's like a thrift store, but they only sell the good stuff, old electronics, old toys, and of course, some discounted Lego. I got this Lego space set back there for $85, and it's usually like $130. It's on shelves right now. Not this one, it's the one behind there. Also, I found this really cool Lego Racers board game. It was like $13. The pieces were in there. The cars are mostly complete. There's like 2 missing cardboard tiles, but that's not a big deal. Originally, I saw this and I said, I'll get this for my friend Sans. He likes old vintage junk. And then I was like, well, if he found this in stores, he would think of me and say, well, Josh likes old Racers stuff. I should get that for him. So I'm probably gonna hold on to this one and consider it a gift from me to him to me. Also, I found an assortment of minifigures and minifigure torsos and parts, and man, were some of these good finds. It's $2 to build any figure there. I went back multiple times and I didn't find anything better than these. And finally, either at Chicago or on Brickworld, I've been buying a lot of brown parts lately for a future project that you could probably guess what it is. And speaking of parts, I also got some other parts from Chicago. You ever participated in a parts draft? That's fun. It's where you silently resent your friends for about an hour because they keep taking the piles of parts that you were about to take. But I got some, I think, pretty useful parts for the future. And I know the question, Josh, why are you buying parts? You don't sort your parts, you don't build with your parts. Well, maybe it's wishful thinking, and maybe it's because I never got a part in the school play, and so now I get to buy as many parts as I want. Also, a bunch of stuff I bought or was given or took from Brickworld Chicago, stickers and sig figs and stormtroopers. Anyone who gave me gifts, thank you very much. Christian gave me stormtroopers, very cool. It was great to meet anyone who I met there, and come to Chicago next year and I'll meet you there then. And speaking of parts, I think I've about played my part for today, so do your part and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I've been old. I'll see you next time.